Sa loob ng 3 buwan, nag-alaga kami ng isang sanggol na manok na nakita naming inabandona sa isang paradahan.
For 3 months, we took care of a baby chicken we found abandoned in a parking lot.
Isang kaibigang namin na may mga alagang manok ang nag-alok na ampunin siya, pero kinailangan naming maghintay hanggang makumpirma namin na hindi siya tandang.
A friend of ours with pet chickens offered to adopt her, but we needed to wait until we could confirm that she wasn't a rooster.
Mayo, 2023 taon.
May 2023.
Almost done.
Nice and warm after her bath.
Bumili kami ng sari-saring pagkain sa tindahan.
We bought a variety of foods from the store.
Ang unang bagay na ibinigay namin sa kanya ay pinaghalong trigo, grit, at gulay na pagkain ng sanggol.
The first thing we gave her was a mixture of wheat, grit, and vegetable baby food.
Good job.
Kasunod ang mealworms.
Mealworms were next.
Medyo kinabahan kami tungkol dito, pero mabilis namin nalaman na ito ang paborito niya.
We were a little nervous about this, but quickly found that it's her favorite.
Eat it, Chip. Eat it. Alright, hold on. Don't be scared. Go on the perch. Yay! And it's a good level. She can just jump on and off.
Ginawan namin siya ng lugar kung saan siya makakapagpahinga at matutulog magdamag.
We made her an area where she could rest and sleep overnight.
Kahit nagustuhan niya ito ng sobra, nakikita namin na kinailangan naming maghanap ng ibang lokasyon para sa kanya upang gugulin ang halos buong araw.
Even though she liked it a lot, we could see that we needed to find another location for her to spend most of the day.
Ang bakuran namin.
Our backyard.
Naghiwalay kami ng isang lugar para sa kanya, pero hindi iyon naging maayos.
We sectioned off an area for her, but that didn't go so well.
Kaya naglagay na lang kami ng tarp sa ilalim ng kama sa halip.
So we ended up just placing a tarp under the bed instead.
Dito siya kumain ng almusal, tanghalian at hapunan.
This is where she ate her breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Bagamat siya ay may palaging supply ng pagkain, tila si Chippy ay palaging nagugutom pa.
Although she had a constant supply of food, it seemed like Chippy was always hungry for more.
Chippy, he's starving.
Hindi nakakagulat na mabilis siyang lumaki.
No wonder she grew up so fast.
Si Chippy ay palaging naghahanap ng mga paraan upang tumulong.
Chippy was always looking for ways to help out.
Get
Masaya niyang tinulungan si Ina sa kanyang pang-araw-araw na ehersisyo
She happily helped Ina with her daily exercise.
at tumulong pa siya sa kanyang dental hygiene.
And she even helped with her dental hygiene.
Are you okay?
For my tooth. My tooth, right? She just slid right in there.
Chippy.
Yeah,
Chippy.
she chipped. That's where you got the name. She chips your teeth.
Matalik na magkaibigan kami.
We were best friends.
Chippy.
Iniistilo niya ang buhok ko gabi-gabi
She would style my hair every night,
at hinawakan ko ang tubig niya.
and I held her water.
Chippy, water.
Bahagi ito ng aming gawain sa oras ng pagtulog.
This was part of our bedtime routine.
Tuwing 8:00 ng gabi, oras na para matulog.
Each night at 8 o'clock, it was time to sleep.
Ihihiga ko siya sa kama
I'd tuck her into bed.
at pagkatapos ay lalabas ng kwarto at papatayin ang ilaw.
Then leave the room and turn off the light.
Kalaunan, nakaisip kami ng bagong lugar para magpalipas ng araw si Chippy.
Eventually, we figured out a new spot for Chippy to spend the day.
Morning, Chippy.
Pakagising ng alas 6 ng umaga,
After waking up at 6 in the morning,
tumatalon siya sa isang basket at dadalhin sa isang malaking espesyal na lugar sa labas.
she'd jump into a basket and get carried to a big special place outside.
Ito ay kilala bilang bahay na screen ni Chippy.
This was known as Chippy's Screen House.
Nabili namin ito sa Costco noong ika-4 ng Hulyo na sale noong weekend.
We bought it at Costco during the 4th of July weekend sale.
Sa wakas, nabubuhay si Chippy sa isang mas natural na kapaligiran
At last, Chippy's able to live in a more natural environment.
at nasubukan na niya ang lahat ng uri ng pagkain.
And she's been able to try all kinds of foods.